first car on track in this qualifying session. Who do we have? It's Keegan Kalick in the 29. Nathan Nickerson in the 280. Zohair Ahmad in the 7. So these will be the first couple of cars to run. And what I'm interested in now, Josh, as we proceed through these heat races and get to the later races, as a racing driver, I still do when I'm racing and I get out of the car. I watch the other guys drive and see if I can figure out things that I'm missing. So these guys, technically, we shouldn't have chaos in the first corner because they should know what not to do.
They should have been taking notes. You would think that, they would be watching the previous heat races. I'm sure that some of them didn't watch. I'm sure that some of them took the time to keep practicing. But we'll see what happens. It is always, it's always a little, you can spend so much time practicing, but once you get like in the cockpit, in the race, it's sort of like stuck in, it's a different environment. And we'll see if any nerves gets the best of these drivers today. And we've seen it happen earlier.
Martin Pior from Hungary is the 4th seed. Keegan Kalick, the 9th seed. These guys ranked in the time attack, and they're seeded throughout this grid. Kalick, Nathan Nickerson, Ava Berry, Zohair Ahmad, Alex Poschel, Adam Dublak, Narek Sellers, Chris Susky, Chris Davis, John Adams, Joe Beretta, Kevin Parrish, Martin Payor, Michael Pico, Karsten Cook, Josh Adam, David Tilford, Christian Marrero is our field. Our grid so far, our entry list. There we go. Words are hard. Welcome to live production, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Not as easy as it looks. As Kalick rounding the carousel for the first time. Weather for this race, I think it's the same weather across the board. So it's 78 degrees ambient, 112 track. So these guys running, no matter the heat race, they are on the same fixed setup from Makoni Setup Shop and the same weather. So they know what conditions are and how the car is going to handle when they're practicing on their own. We are on the first laps in qualifying. Keegan Kalick heading towards Canada Corner. He will be the first car to end his lap. Yes, Josh.
Something to mention here is that, we normally, me specifically, are more accustomed to shorter races like rallycross.
Yeah.
And in situations like this, like you mentioned earlier, where you might have drivers trying to watch other drivers to see where they're making a mistake. At Road America here, like we sometimes see that in qualifying, even at like the rallycross tracks, drivers will watch others qualify to see if they can make anything up in the last couple of seconds before we have to go live for the race. And here, you got to get out on track. You don't got time to sort of study anymore once you're in this race.
No, and we saw, kind of piggybacking and pivoting off of that, we saw what happened earlier on. I'm so really good with names. Second place in qualifying, last race, crashed in qualifying, and he couldn't finish his qualifying run. It's
Exactly.
10 minutes, right? But you have 10 minutes for 4 laps. The 4 laps, it's not going to be all of them ran because it's a 2-minute out lap. You can't make any mistakes. You can't breathe wrong. You can't drop a wheel off. You have to send it and go and hope for the best on this qualifying run. Keegan Kalick leading in the first qualifying run by 1/10 of a second over Martin Pior, and then Zohair Ahmad a couple tenths behind them. So we'll see what changes on the second qualifying run here.
Josh, is Keegan Kalick the highest seed in this group?
If I'm looking at the wonderful book I have, no. Martin Payor is the highest seed. He's 4th. Keegan is 9th in this race.
Okay, so Keegan making it know that he's here to race today. P1 from him. Will Pior have anything to say? Is the question.
Well, let's call it a 1/10 and a half between them. As Keegan heads down to Canada Corner, Martin exits the carousel from 161 miles an hour down to 71 at the apex for Keegan Kalick in the 29. Now the right and the left Bill Mitchell bend. We've seen chaos through this corner. So bumpy, so undulating, off camber, blind corner. Now final corner for Keegan Kalick. His fastest lap, the only lap he ran, was a 2-minute 4.551. And will he improve? Will anybody else steal the show? And Kalick crosses the line in the 29, 2-minute 4.3. He improves. Ahmad improves to a 2-minute 4.6. Barry, 2-minute 5.3. Nickerson, 2-minute 4.8. Poschel, second lap didn't count. Chris Davis, 2-minute 4.8. John Adams, 2-minute 4.8. Where is Martin across the line? 2-minute 4.268. It's P1 by 0.081 of a second. And now, if you're Keegan, you have to know in some way, shape, or form, and you have to start pushing.
Without a doubt, Josh, and it looks like we're going to have another Heat 2 situation here on the heels coming off of qualifying. I think these drivers might be underneath. I think we might see some battles start to spread out. I think we might see a little bit of a war out there.
So the crash in turn 5 last lap wasn't the war. It was just the preliminary.
That was the
battle.
precursor. That was the precursor to the war.
Halfway home in this third qualifying run.
Josh, actually, in journalism, I think they might call that foreshadowing.
Listen, my vocabulary is good until I pay attention to race cars, and then it just goes away. I noticed that. I apologize, everybody. I'm just a dude who likes cars. I'm looking at Robert Perry drive off the road in the final corner. He's struggling to finish his first lap, but if you're Keegan, man, you've got less than a tenth to try and make up. Christian Marrero goes to 13th ahead of Eric Sellers and Adam Duback in the 534. We look at Chris Susky in the 96. Susky has not, he set a lap. It didn't count. It was a 2-minute 6.6. He'd be probably 13th or 14th, if I remember that correctly. And final couple of corners for Keegan. Remember, the clock says that there's a minute and a half left, but at 0, it ends the session. So this is effectively the end of qualifying due to the long laps. Keegan across the line, up the hill, under the bridge. Can he improve? He's looking for less than a tenth on Martin Payor across the line for the 29, 2-minute 4.303. He improves, but not enough. And that's going to be it for him. Zohair goes to third. Barry to 9th, Nickerson 4th, Poschel. He still did not count a lap in the 90. Chris Davis. Does Martin improve? To add insult to injury, he matches his last lap. That would still be quicker than Keegan's fastest lap.
So I think, Josh, now the question comes down to, did Payor find the wall? And will Keegan be able to match that or take advantage of a mistake that Payor makes during the race?
And something else that I want to add to this is the first 3 races that we've seen, it hasn't been side by side to turn 1 from the lead. Heat 2 was the smallest jump that I've seen, but the other 2 races, the pole sitter, goodbye, see ya, pulls away and runs away with it. If I'm Keegan, I'm paying attention to that 17 car, looking over at him, right, and just trying to mash the throttle when he does off the line.
Yeah, ears open all the way, waiting for you to hear that throttle open up, and try to match it as best he can. I think if he lets him, if Payor manages to get a good start out of the gate, I think we may see him run away with this. So we get ready to close out qualifying for our 4th race this evening, our 4th race this evening. We have Martin Payor, Keegan Kalick, Zohair Ahmed, Kevin Parrish, Nathan Nickerson, John Adams, David Tilford, Chris Davis, Ava Berry. Hold on, sorry guys, my timing table messed up. Michael Pico, Josh Adam, Joe Beretta, and Chris Susky brings it home in P13 to start off the final grid as we get Christian Marrero, Adam Duback, Eric Sellers, Kirsten Cook, and Caleb Scapperdine come home in P18.
A couple guys that did not clock a lap, Robert Perry, Alex Poschel. They did not get a lap time that counted for this qualifying session for heat number 4.
Unfortunate for them, but it may work out in their favor.
Beautiful camera shot. If you like what you're seeing, be sure to like and subscribe to ASN TV. No matter the platform at ASN TV USA, we're everywhere. ASNTVUSA.com for any and all broadcast information. Don't blow your engine, guys! You can't
They
come
got
back
it.
and get a new
Got it.
car.
They got it. They're good.
They're not listening to me. Oh, they did. Never mind.
They can't. No, they can't hear you over the RPMs.
That's true. That's true.
It's too loud out there.
Welcome in, guys. This has been so much fun. Nobody can hear us. Nobody can hear us. Nearly 100 hanging out on the Sim Gaming Expo Twitch. We have 19 hanging out ASN Live. Welcome in. It's been so much fun. What did you have for me, Josh? I'm so sorry.
Nothing. Just Brian Sawyer letting us have a great old Alien reference to bring in the first race for heat number 4. Should be good. I am worried about turn. I'm worried about turn 5. I got to be honest.
Yeah. The chaos that happened last race. Does Kalik have anything for Payor? It's going to be interesting to see that. Really, I'm curious to see how this field unwinds. I'm curious to see the start. We've got a bunch of fans of their favorite drivers contributing in the chat. Feel free, as you guys have been, join the conversation. G29 Hero. I love my G29. Did you have a Logitech G29, Josh? What did you start? What was your first wheel that you started out with?
Moza R5.
Never mind. You're an infant. I forgot. You haven't been doing this. Are you live right now?
So
You're not speaking to me?
Brian Sawyer just named an ancient relic from Lost to Time, the
Hello,
Ferrari
everybody.
wheel.
I had the Ferrari wheel that had no force feedback, just rubber bands.
What brand was it?
Xbox?
Thrustmaster.
I don't know. I don't know.
It was I
It
think
was Thrustmaster. Yeah, it was Thrustmaster.
This
Yeah,
is a throwback.
Thrustmaster made
So I tell people, how long have you been sim racing? Guys, okay, I don't care if this is like half doxing.
Aren't you like
I'm
50
30
or something?
Shut up. I'm 30, okay? my dad put me on a sim rig at 3 years old with a Mad Cat steering wheel. It's been ingrained in my blood.
Mad Cats! Oh
Yeah,
my
dude.
goodness.
Yeah, dude. There were no pedals. I couldn't reach the pedals. It was buttons or nothing. Buttons or nothing. But bring this up because the accessibility of sim racing, it's grown so much, right? We have this wonderful stuff at the expo with all these exhibitors. Well, Brian and I drove on, it was $50,000 of a motion rig when we were there. Incredible. And then you think about, for example, like Timmy Hill back in the NASCAR COVID days. He won on a desk setup on a G27. You could drive on a controller. You can have the Logitech entry wheels. You can have the $30,000 motion rigs. You can have VR, whatever. It doesn't matter. Sim racing fits for everybody and their budget. It's so much fun.
Without a doubt. And I think some of the newest competitors that are going to be at the Sim Racing Expo, like Moza, Sim Magic, those guys, they really help bring down the accessibility for a lot of drivers.
Yeah.
Like
So
a
many
lot of
brands
people are
now.
able to, a lot of people are able to take part of that because I mean it's become cheaper, and it's great to see. It's great to see new faces, new drivers every day, just taking part in the official races.
I've said this one before on NASA shows, and I look at the registration forms, and it gives us the iRacing IDs, right? And I look at all these IDs, and it's 8, 9 digits of people. And I look at mine, and mine is 5, and I get really confused, and I feel like I'm 900 years old. So I guess I am like 50 years old. Thanks, Josh. Thank you. Thank you. Brian, you started doing street stocks on mouse? What? What? I'm getting a nod and a smile.
On
Yeehaw.
mouse?
That's a Brian Sawyer.
You should be
moment.
thrown in jail for that.
I had a guy beat me on a controller. We ran F1 cars. Yeah, I'm still not happy.
Yeah, but that's not getting beaten by someone driving with a mouse, dude. Like
Listen,
that is.
Were you around for the April Fool's joke of iRacing on iPhones and touchscreen? Were you around for that?
iRacing is to bring that in though. That'd be fun.
No, Josh, stop it. Don't listen.
I could drive on my phone, dude. That'd be cool.
For once in my life as an ASN commentator, stop listening for 3 seconds. Josh, stop it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we try our best to bring a very professional and laid-back vibe until the green flag drops. And that is about to happen, okay? Heat number 4, another 25-minute affair. And to refresh everybody's memory, the top 9 transfer to the big show in a month in Schaumburg. It's Martin Payor and Keegan Kalick on the front row of the grid with Zohair Ahmad and Kevin Parrish alongside. Safety car to the pit lane. Hard hats and safety glasses. We get set to roll for Heat 4. Good jump for Payor, already breaking the slipstream on Kalick, who filed in behind him. Parrish and Ahmad side by side. Nickerson, Adams, Davis, Tilford, Pico, Berry, and Barata heading to turn number 1. No contact. Everybody respectful. Very deep was Berry, missing the breaking point. Off the road they go. Save it. No issue into traffic. But now, Josh, we begin the run down through turn 3 to turn 4 and turn 5, where chaos happened last time around. Payor leads. Kalick, nothing's changed. Nickerson and Adams. Adams slipstreaming, looking drivers left potentially. He thought for a moment. Now he goes to the inside, where we see a move. Nickerson under braking. Pico inside of Tilford, no contact. I think we will survive turn 5, and Josh Darnell is a liar.
Hey, whoa, hey. My bet just didn't land, not a liar.
Payor still leads. Kalick,
I wonder the marital
Parrish, and
status of that.
Nickerson.
What are the marital status of that last guy? Just remembered
we
that.
have
at
to
a
follow
flashback.
up. We have to follow up on the marital status. Skapadine and Poschel battling for 18th. These two were side by side in turn 8 hurry downs. Poschel to the inside. Hey, buddy, I'm here on Skaperdine, trying to make his way around. Skaperdine hits the grass for the moment. A little bit of a wiggle. Side by side, Berry and Adam in the kink. No contact. Nickerson and Parrish closing in on Ahmad in the 7. We've got Dublak and Susky and Hoschel and Skeperdine still battling away. Those two figure it out. Dublak trying to find a way around Susky. Susky, Dublak, Marrero, and Sellers. This is a hornet's nest back here, Josh.
Without a doubt, a lot of these drivers are right on top of each other. I mean, if we see any kind of mistake from one of the drivers, from any of these drivers, I think we might have calamity in the back.
Looking at Adams at the front of the field. It's a 6th.
You thought about it.
Nickerson in 5th. But let's look at Tilford and Beretta, 9th and 10th. This is for the transfer. We are already developing a transfer battle. Ava Berry, Josh Adam as well into this scenario. Top 2 also have not pulled away, Payor and Kalick, like we talked about in the qualifying, so we'll keep an eye on those two.
Adams looking to make a move on Nickerson up in P6, P5.
Berry to the inside of Beretta into turn 5, trying to take the 10th position away. The 41 ahead of the 11, setting their sights on the 12 of David Tilford now. But Tilford and Michael Pico, Josh. Michael Pico, I think, slowed up this field. Here comes Berry. Pico is trapped in the... What is going on? Tilford has lost positions as Pico, I think that was an equipment issue, potentially?
Yeah, it looked like his throttle stopped responding.
Oh, but the worst part is Tilford had nowhere to go. Now, Tilford is in 9th still with Beretta.
Yeah, Tilford had the opportunity there, but he just got stuck behind. And Ava Berry, though, saw the opportunity, immediately took advantage of it.
Watch this send from Tilford. We can go up. Tilford, bottom of the picture. I thought he was going to be stuck behind Pico, which he was, but then he just closed the gap. And here we are.
Nice recovery from Tilford for sure. To keep himself in this race.
So now, Beretta and Adam chasing down Tilford, 9th, 10th, and 11th. Michael Pico is disconnected, so there had to have been some form. You said the throttle stopped responding.
It looked like he slowed down. It looked like his throttle stopped responding. I mean, I've had that happen to me sometimes, faulty USB, or I mean, sometimes the computers just lose connection.
Adam to the inside. Kalick sets fastest lap up front. We'll take a peek at that in a moment. Adam battling Beretta. This is for 10th. No move done. Fastest lap, well, it was the same lap time that Payor ran. They were running 2 minute 4.7, so I think Kalik's job is to just keep him in his sights. Got Ava
Right
Berry
now,
fans.
for sure.
Pico's brake stuck at 15%, Josh. That explains that.
That is so disheartening. Such an unfortunate way to close out your league run.
Adam
that
looking
hurts.
to the inside on Beretta. Turn 5, we had contact here earlier. Multiple times, but no contact this time.
All right, Josh, let me ask you this. You are currently 19 minutes into this race, and you are in contention to move up to the land. Are you going to risk? I mean, you got 3. If you're Adams right now, you have 3 cars that are basically right underneath. You're right on top of. Do you risk going for a move here, or do you stay stuck in and look for a mistake?
Well, historically, I would have sent it and maybe not move people out of the way, maybe dive bomb to make a move. But now, I personally have fun just waiting for things to happen. And we'll see. Anything can happen, but you mind your own business and race your own race, and people could crash around you. We saw that happen in heat race number 1.
Yeah, I mean, no real reason to make a move right now, right? But, I mean, for sure, I'm sure these guys are out here, as I said earlier, to win. So
let's look at 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and even 7th. Zohair Ahmad in the 7 from Pakistan might be struggling just a pinch. He's about a second slower than the top 2. We can look at the gap between himself and the top 2. Kevin Parrish, Nathan Nickerson, John Adams, Chris Davis, all behind the 7 car. And they're all comfortably in.
About 7/10 slower. Ahmed is about 7/10 slower than Kalik up in the front. Kalik is all over, only 0.05 of a second slower than Peor last time around.
Will we get a good battle for the win this time? Transfer battle. Adam Beretta, Tilford. Beretta last time around was 0.2 slower than Tilford in the 11 from the 12. Down the straightaway, slipstreaming every mile an hour that you can get. Josh helps you to potentially make a move. I don't think we make a move just yet. Looking driver's right. Is he going to stay the outside? He's got no choice. Tilford went middle. Later, apex for Beretta. Transfer spot battle. Crossing is Tilford. Beretta tries the outside now. Adam likes this if they come together. Trying an over-under. Good move. Can Beretta hold it on the outside, exiting 6? Into turn 7. Better run. He'll have it down to hurry downs. If Tilford manages middle of the road, Adam behind them. Beretta backs up the corner again, doing the same thing he did in turn 5. And now the carousel for these two.
Good defensive run from Tilford there coming through the infield. I don't know if I could have done that better myself. I think middle of the road was the best chance he took. He closed off 2 doors at once there.
As Tilford still maintains this position. Beretta's in the best possible spot, gaining the slipstream. Will we see a move down to the Canada corner, turn number 12? Beretta trying to figure out what he's going to do. Pokes to the outside, lay it on the brakes. They don't touch. Whew. Here comes Josh Adam in the 1. And you don't want to be too focused on Tilford if you're Beretta, because Adam, Susky, even Marrero and Poschel, if these guys keep dueling, can sneak their way and make this into a 6-car battle for the transfer.
Tilford with a little bit of breathing room now. Ava Berry loves this, though.
Kalik fastest lap. Parrish and Nicholson. 2-car tandem bump drafting down the front straightaway. Kalik was 1/10 of a second faster than Peor the last time around as well. I say it all the time. It doesn't matter that it's a video game. The amount of focus that you need to be able to stay fully dialed into your setup in the sim and driving the car at its top potential, it translates to the real world. Kalik hunting down Peor for the lead at the sharp end. That gap's still 0.4 of a second.
Not letting him out of his sights.
No.
Good job from Kalik.
And while the semifinals have their own qualifiers, you want to put a stamp of authority on it. Say, hey, I can be faster than this guy that I'm racing. And that would be a big moment.
Yeah,
or the
without a
4th
doubt.
seed.
It can definitely shake some confidence at the when you come to land. Even just coming up against them in online tournaments, if you know that this person has speed, I mean, you know he's someone to watch out for. It can shake some nerves.
Tilford last time around was 2/10 slower than Beretta compared to the 11 car for the 12. Ava Berry kind of in no man's land by themselves in the 8th position. And Ahmad still the cork in this bottle with Parrish, Nickerson, Adams, and let's call Chris Davis part of this as well.
Yeah, Chris Davis, outside man looking in right now. Oh, we saw a big blink from Adams for a second.
Adams, connection issue for the moment. Tilford starting to get Beretta up front for the lead. Let's look at the lap times as they cross to end lap number 5. 2-minute 4.720 to a 2-minute 4.610. Catching is one thing, passing is another. And Keegan applying pressure on Martin in the 17. Ahmad still holds third. If I'm Parrish or Nickerson or Adams, half of me would be upset. It's like, why can't I get by this guy? And half of me would be motivated to get by this guy.
Yeah, I'm wondering if these guys are kind of staying stuck in for the time being. I mean, you got 13 minutes left. You may as well look for a mistake this before you go and try to force an issue. So we'll see what happens. I'm sure as we get closer to the end of this race, we're gonna see some we're gonna see some bumping and shoving.
I'm keeping an eye just off monitor to see Payor versus Kalick. They are utilizing every bit of racetrack and then some. We're not missing anything for the transfer. Tilford still has a couple of car lengths over Beretta. So this is now 5-car battle between 3rd and 7th. Through the carousel here in Road America, Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. If you're just joining us, Ryan Sawyer, Josh Darno, Josh Mertz for ASN TV. Thanks so much for being a part of it, whether on ASN Live or our simulcast on the Sim Gaming Expo Twitch, ASN TV USA on all platforms.
Oh, Parrish looking for a move.
Parrish in the 69, poked his nose out to the 7, testing the waters.
Good job from Ahmed to keep it locked down, though. Kept this composure.
Not missing anything throughout the field. From behind the transfer spot, Josh, we are nice and calm throughout the field. Just trying to survive these races. And let's look again at lap times as they cross the line. From Payor to Kalick. They matched lap times again.
Yeah, Kalick a couple hundredths of a seconds faster. Maybe only 3. That is basically identical.
And they are 7/10. Ahmed is slower by 7/10 compared to the top 2. And if you're Parrish, Nickerson, Adams, in the moment you'd be upset while you're on track. Why is this guy not getting out of my way, or why can't I figure it out? But you're holding a ninth transfer spot. You're in the top 9, so it's not the end of the world for your race.
Yeah, I mean, there's also no reason to push it right now too. I mean, you got 12 minutes left basically. Just kind of, see what happens. You got time. I'm interested to see. I mean, with how far away these guys are from P3 back, even if they get past Ahmed, I don't know if you're catching up to Kalick and Payor at this time anymore.
I wouldn't worry if you're Parrish or Nickerson. Yeah, you've been behind in the train for so long. I don't think a win is in the equation. But Martin is being pushed heavily by Keegan in the 29. It's interesting to watch the car body language of the 17. Beretta's not done with Tilford either, Josh, for the transfer.
Not at all. Tilford was up a little bit back. I mean, he still looks like he has a bit of a sizable gap between him and Beretta, but I mean, that's within striking distance of a mistake. Beretta is just biding his time still.
Last time around, Tilford was actually 0.3 of a second slower than Beretta in the 12 to the 11. So it looks as though that the pace is ebbing and flowing between these guys.
Well, off track.
taking a look in the back of the field. Marrero, Dublack, and Sellers. This is for 14th, 15th, and 16th. This is some good stuff. These guys, they know they're not transferring. They're just having a good time all over the road. Sellers to the inside of Dublack in the 534. Sellers in the 97. Down to turn number 1. Sellers has the advantage into the corner and takes the spot.
Yeah, it looked like the block actually gave that to him. Backed out of it.
This 4-car group has now
Sellers looking again.
slimmed. Well, now it's 4 cars again. It just ebbing and flowing. Parrish, Nickerson, Adams behind Ahmad in the 7.
Parrish looking for a way around.
And I'm surprised.
He's essentially beating down the door.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's no move made yet. But we've broken record repeated. Is there really a point to do that? Do you really want to risk your race?
Exactly.
It's a tricky one.
You definitely have to sort of choose your battles here. Is it worth it? I mean, right now Parrish is P4. Does he fight to live another? Does he take the fight to Ahmed right here and now and risk maybe taking them both out, taking himself out of the race, or does he, sort of sit in, wait to see what happens?
As battle for the transfer, Beretta matched Tilford the last time around, closing the gap. Right now it is 0.4 of a second, just under that, exiting Canada corner. With the 12 to hold the transfer spot and the 11 to take the transfer spot with 8.25 minutes left to go. Here at Road America for Group D, heat number 4 of the Sim Gaming Expo Challenge Series qualifiers presented by SimLab. And these top 2, I'm keeping an eye, just one eye open at them. And Keegan is not letting Martin pull away. It's been impressive how these guys have been running. Last time around, Beretta was 0.3 up on Tilford.
Yeah, he's making it. He's showing it too.
Into turn 3. There's no gap now. If Beretta can get a run off of turn 3, stay in the slipstream all the way through 4 and down to 5. The gap is 0.2 of a second. It is lowering in the slipstream. Car 11 against car 12. If we can go back to this battle into turn 5, Beretta looks outside. Inside is Tilford. Can he over, under in the 11? Late apex gets him alongside, potentially no.
Good block from Tilford.
That was a good move for Tilford. Beretta maintaining composure. 7 minutes left. You've got 3, let's call it 4 laps at the most to make a move happen, or your journey ends in 7 minutes. Gap is back up to 0.4 of a second.
This has got to be frustrating.
Carousel. It was
It's got to be frustrating for Beretta.
Yeah. To be quick, and it seems like he's quick in all the wrong places, and Tilford is quick in all the right places.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating, and I'm hoping what we don't see is Beretta force an issue and wind up taking himself out of this race. I mean, he keeps closing this gap, but every time he gets close to make a move, it's like Tilford's there to sort of close the door or stop the approach.
And Zohair Ahmad maintaining third. Very good defense for him, but he is definitely held up. I wonder just what could have been if these guys would have gotten by. Because the top 2 are running 2-minute 4s. Oh, Zohair is matching the top 2, but everybody else is in the 2-minute 5s, it looks like. Beretta slipstreaming Tilford again, battling for this top 9 position. Off the road goes Tilford.
I'm wondering here, Josh, if Zohair Ahmed was actually, like, once he saw the top 2 take off, if he sort of just set himself into P3. Because now that he's matching their lap times, it kind of looks like he always had that gas in the tank. Maybe he just didn't see a reason to push it.
It's park the bus, let them go, and then mind your own business. Battle for the lead. Heating up. Kalick looks closer than he has the last couple of laps. Dare I say it, that Zohar might have the best plan if these two come together. He's far enough away to where if they crash significantly, he won't be wadded up in it.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if that was his plan. I'm interested to know if that was his plan from the start, to sort of get a, I mean, once he saw them get a good start, I mean, it's a 25-minute race. How many opportunities for a move can you make? And you know you're going against the 9th and the 4th seed. They're not going to give their spot up easily.
Down the straightaway to Canada Corner for the leaders. Nothing changing there. We stay focused on the battle 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. No big crashes. No big drama aside from Michael Pico having a mechanical failure in the middle of the lap, and that really shook up the transfer spot early on as Beretta had it, and Tilford dove it into the inside of the 11 and took it back in the next corner. And we take 2 laps to go at the sharp end of the field. Martin Payor and Keegan Kalick. Lap times at the line. Half a tenth up, or rather a full tenth up was Kalick, but you're not going to win by being a tenth of a second faster per lap, Josh.
No, you're not. And Kalick is going to be, I'm interested to see if he starts pushing a little bit harder here to try to get around. But is that a risk that you want to take? I mean, he's clawed this back from under 4/10 a second to now he's just over 1/10 of a second behind.
Susky and Poschel in turn 1. They were nearly coming together for 12th. And remember, Poschel didn't set a qualifying time, I don't recall.
I don't think he did either. I think you're right about that.
He did not.
No
He started
qualifying time, so
P20
good climb.
on this field.
Impressive climb from him.
He's the biggest gainer so far on this grid. Biggest loser with the technical failure, Michael Pico in E42. Just under 2 laps left. Or Group D, the Sim Gaming Expo Challenge Series qualifiers. Don't go anywhere if you're just joining us. We have 1 race left after this one to settle the last 9 spots. And then those 45 drivers will race at the Sim Gaming Expo in Schaumburg next month. Get your tickets and all other information, simgamingexpo.com. It'll be a super fun event, September 18th through the 20th.
Josh, I'm looking at the timing tables right now, and I think Kalick may be just settling into P2.
I don't think there's any, I hate to be negative on a stream, right? You never want to be. You want to, it's all salesmanship, Josh. You don't want to sell the races bad, but Kalick's just minding his own business, right? I don't
think there's any reason to push.
Yeah. He's got 1 lap left. He's about half a second. What happened to Barada? Last time around, they matched lap times. And it was, I think it was just, did he burn up his stuff? Did he go through his stuff? Does Tilford have enough? White flag for Group D. Martin Payor, Keegan Kalick, Zohar Ahmad, Kevin Parrish, Nathan Nickerson, John Adams. The top 6 have not changed places. Up 1 place is Chris Davis and Ava Berry. David Tilford down 2. Yes, Josh.
Yeah, Josh, one spot I don't think we focused on a whole lot is Ava Berry taking advantage of that early chaos. Moved herself from outside of the transfer area all the way up into a pretty comfortable spot, P8 with room to breathe.
One beneficiary of what happened on that first or second lap when Pico had the connection issues. Opportunistic move. It happens in racing, whether real or virtual. Things happen. You get lucky. Sometimes don't have the luck. The racing gods take, and the racing gods take away.
Black flag.
Black flag. We'll see what it says here. I think it might have been a potentially incident or a slowdown. Rounding the carousel, Martin Payor leads still over Egan Kalick. No running order changes, and Beretta has fallen off the back of this field. It has been calmer than the first race. John Adams, as I say that, drives off the road. No harm done. He's back going again through the kink. Will we see a move from Parrish to Ahmad? Has Parrish finally had enough? of being behind the 7. He looks to the inside, battling for third. Don't get too risky. You guys are in the transfers. Under braking. And Parrish hip checks the 7. No! Ahmad fights back. Side by side, exiting Canada corner to turn 13. Bill Mitchell Bend on the outside for Parrish and makes the move stick. And here comes Nickerson.
Nicely done from Nickerson.
Checkered flag. Martin Payor from pole wins Group D. Kalick second. And Parrish and Nickerson third and fourth, making a move against Ahmad at the line. And it will be David Tilford, our 9th and final car, transferring through Group D.
A hell of a race from David Tilford on that defensive strategy. Nickerson and Parrish, though, P4 and P5. My goodness, what a move from Parrish and then Nickerson to catch Ahmed with kind of while he was still stunned from the first pass.
Yeah. Spook him. Spook the guy with the first pass and then the second pass.
Very opportunistic from Nickerson. Yeah, very well done from him.
Everybody
wait for the rest of the drivers to cross the line.
Take us through the results.
It'll be Martin. It'll be Martin Payor bringing home heat number 4's checkered flag, followed by Keegan Kalick, Kevin Parrish, Nathan Nickerson, Zohar Ahmed, John Adams, Chris Davis, Ava Berry, David Tilford closes out the ones transferring. Joe Beretta, Josh Adams, and Alex Poshi from a 0 qualifier to P12. Good moves from him. Coming home in P13, Chris Susky, Christian Morero, Caleb's Scapardine, Eric Sellers, Adam Dublock, Robert Perry, Karsten Cook, and Michael Pico will round out 20 after that mechanical issue.
What could have been for Mr. Pico?
Really
if
unfortunate.
Equipment stayed together. We have one race left on the afternoon. Group E will take the track in just a couple moments. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back shortly on ASN.